It appears the World Bank has restricted comments on its Instagram page after thousands of Nigerians flooded the platform, begging them to stop lending money to the federal government of Nigeria. The digital protest erupted after reports that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seeking a fresh $1.25 billion World Bank loan for approval on June 26th. Just 6 months before the 2027 election. Nigerians stormed the page with one message: stop borrowing our leaders' money. Let's take a look at some of the tweets. Martins wrote on X, stop giving Tinubu loan. Tinubu's achievements so far: 1. Expensive fuel, expensive food, expensive electricity, weak naira, rising insecurity, growing poverty, endless propaganda. Olaiton wrote on X, the money are being used for personal interests, not for the country. It is being used for their election, not for the country. Hear the masses cry, and please don't grant them the loan because we, the masses, will still suffer it. I'm sure you saw that, Adefemi, the hashtag, stop borrowing Tinubu loan. Well, just days ago, Tinubu announced Nigeria will spend $11.6 billion on debt servicing in 2026, nearly half of projected revenue. Now he's seeking another $1.25 billion loan, and the World Bank's response to frustrated Nigerians is to lock the comments. Well, an institution that preaches transparency just silenced the very people whose futures are being mortgaged. I mean, this is such a complex story, Adefemi. Just to put it in context, the loan is called Nigeria Actions for Investment and Jobs Acceleration, which the government says would support economic reforms, improve electricity, agriculture, and job creation. At the current exchange rate, the proposed $1.25 billion translates to around 1.70 trillion naira. Just to put it in context, how much external financing this administration is seeking amid extreme economic reforms and citizens' hardship. Your thoughts?
It's quite tough. Okay, so firstly, I think just as human beings, as Nigerians, it's very important that we don't conflate our thoughts as facts, right?
Yes.
Because this is a legitimate loan request, and as you've just read, this is the purpose of said loan.
Yeah.
Nigerians have every right to feel concerned, angered even, with the rate of borrowing in this country, because it is staggering. We actually had an entire guest segment on this topic earlier today. So it is legitimate that people should be and can be concerned. You are entitled to it. What I want to say about the comments being logged, do you know how many comments you would have to leave under a post for that page to say, actually, we're just going to stop?
Must be a lot. You know how many
Must be a lot.
Yeah.
And there are many Nigerians,
yes,
right? So I can understand the frustration from the second tweet, or even your analysis there where you said that, you know, it shouldn't be the case that the World Bank are locking comments and making people struggle to have their point put across. That shouldn't be the case. But I think this is also an example of the fact that the World Bank did hear what Nigerians have to say. Mm-hmm. And it's not a situation of them saying, we're now no longer going to borrow your president. It just doesn't work in that way. But Nigerians have every right to feel concerned about it. But I don't think the narrative should be this money is being used to fund personal ambition or personal gain. I don't think that's correct.
It's your turn to speak, but you wanted to add something.
I think it's misplaced what Nigerians say. It's not the World Bank you should go to. Yeah. What you should do is get your lawmakers as we speak. Call them, get their number, bombard them with message and say when they bring this loan to the ground of the National Assembly, don't approve it, reject it.
Fantastic.
So it's not the World Bank. Go to your lawmakers.
All right.
Those are the people you elected. That's your voice there.
Well, all right.